So then you move on to Restless with Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
It is in that order, right?
Yeah. Actually, no, I did Restless first and then Jane Eyre.
Because I heard you talking about being sort of liberated in Restless because you're playing a teenager who's an American.
Yeah, well, I think I'd done...
Had you done some other corset thing before that?
I did Alice and... Kids before Restless. But it's still, I think what it was about Restless was more... I often feel like the set and the character doesn't necessarily affect me, but I think it probably does a little bit more than I realize, because Restless was a very liberated shoot, because Gus really encouraged me and Henry to really just sort of be ourselves in a way, not entirely be ourselves, but bring a lot of our own playfulness into it and fun into it, and I've always taken stuff very seriously, and I do take my jobs, it's like seriously, but this was fun, it was very casual, and we had a lot of input in different ways, like he'd ask us what sort of stuff we'd want to do, and there's like an extensive love montage in the movie, and we were like, we want to do karate, and we want to do fencing, and then it just sort of escalated, or we'd be in the hospital and like sort of playing on the wheelchairs, and he'd be like, film it. So it was good fun. In that sense, that was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and I really enjoyed the movie on all across the board. It wasn't nearly as grim as it might have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Given that you're playing a cancer patient in love again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've grown into some leading lady roles very very quickly.
Yeah.
But now in Wettis County, the movie that's coming up still, you're more being relegated to the girlfriend.
I am. I take it. That's true.
That's sort of that's more of a story about three brothers.
Yeah, it is. It's about three brothers in Prohibition era America, and they're bootleggers. So I guess it's sort of the story of the three of them and their family, and I just thought it was such a great cast, like such a cool cast, and I really liked John and his film, so I was excited to jump on.
That must have felt like being part of a big ensemble, like a lot of people hanging out.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot it?
We shot it, I was only on it for 3 weeks, but we shot it outside of Georgia, in an area, we stayed in Peachtree City, and it was sort of around that area, I guess, yeah. Or outside of Atlanta, I should say.
Because you're not, you probably haven't done that much extensive traveling around the United States.
Yeah, no. I mean, just in the last year, I feel like I've spent a lot of time in the South. And it's cool. It's definitely a different kind of America. Because I've spent time in LA and New York, but then this was sort of my first, more extensive amount of time in those areas.
And where is Stoker shooting?
In Nashville. So we just finished that a week ago. And again, that was about 3 months in Nashville.
See, I grew up in America, and I've never been to Nashville.
Yeah.
So you're ahead of me.
It's crazy.
So what was that shoot like? I mean, you're playing with some fellow Aussies, actually. Nicole.
And coming from Australia, I mean, she's always been such a role model, and she's had such a fantastic and really interesting career. So to work with her was crazy and great. She's great. And then the Director Park, he's an amazing Korean director, and just a truly original, has a really original vision and ideas, and he's completely his own filmmaker, so it was great working on that.
Did you go back and look at all his films, all the old boy films?
I did, and they're fantastic.
What did you think?
I love them.
They're intense.
I mean, they're so intense, but they're so original and really kind of their own thing. And he has an incredible mind.
So are you being very, you're getting offered a lot now, although it's never easy. I mean, you're always going up against other people.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some parts you haven't gotten.
Yeah.
But are you trying to do as many things as possible? Are you being very discerning? What's going on?
I don't know. I definitely know when I really want to do something. When I read something and something strikes me, and I also love, like, there's a few directors who I just love, and if they did anything, I'd want to work with them, because I find different directors' process is fascinating, and I always learn so much from them.
Who's on that list?
Well, even like there's this film I really want to do. I mean, I love Jim Jarmusch, and we've been trying to do a film for a while, and it's always like a financing thing. But there's a bunch of people who I'd love to work with. But then also, I don't know. I want to do whatever is different. Something that I feel like I haven't done before, and and so it depends. Either if it's great material or a great director, or
So
both, or one.
Yeah. So is Jackie Weaver is in Stoker too? I
so
love her.
Cool. She's amazing. She's
What
fantastic.
part is she playing?
She plays my auntie.
And what's your role there?
I play a young girl whose father has just died, and her uncle sort of shows up out of nowhere and throws the whole dynamic of her and her mother, and between the three of them, it sort of becomes this really interesting dynamic. And it's always hard for me to sum up this film, but I guess it's a drama, thriller. Yeah, I guess it's kind of both. And then its own thing. It's not really like anything I can describe. And then I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
So before you got the role in Treatment, which was sort of the breakthrough role that brought you to a lot of people's attention, and I saw it and
cool.
admired it
Awesome.
as well. What were you going to go to college? I mean, was there a plan?
I don't think there was a plan at that point.
Because you were like 16 at that point.
Yeah, I was about 16, but I was definitely into trying, all sorts of things. I'd done a lot of dance before, and then I just started sort of becoming interested in film and wanted to try acting, and so it all came up quite quickly. In Treatment was the first thing I did in America, and I was 16, turned 17 here, and it was one of the best experiences I've had. But before that there was no real plan, just wanting to try stuff.
So do you you're obviously really well educated and well read, but I mean, is there a part of you that wants to be an autodidact or go ahead and get some education?
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
No, I definitely want to do that. It is about timing, I guess. But
You've got it. You're on a roll. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but no, I would never rule it out. Even if I'm like 35 and still haven't gone to college, I wouldn't necessarily rule it out. But
because each role in its own way is an education.
Yeah, definitely. And I learned so much from the people and everything. But I'm very interested in having an experience at university or